Yes, people. So today I have had a very interesting case. Somebody has basically been to half of the Birmingham artists who've been around for years and years already. He's been to all of them, and they've all done something different on his head and told him this and told him that. And you know, some of it was just because it was ages ago and nobody was aware, even before I started SMP. So I'm not going to say nothing. All I'm going to say is it was an unusual case because he's got SMP. He's had about 12 sessions, maybe more over the years. He wants it removed and starting again because now he's gone through, he's even had a hair transplant. So he had SMP, then he had a hair transplant, then he had tons more SMP, then he had some laser to remove the sides and the top to try to like soften it up and make it better. That's what I was gonna do, but then I removed it all and redid it, which is the right way to do it. Because he's now had it redone and it still looks way too saturated. Like, because the artist who was doing it was saying, well, if I don't make it darker at the front where you've had laser, you're gonna have like a step where you've got your old SMP that was like saturated and a bit blue. Now, don't get me wrong, this SMP is not the worst SMP in the world. There's artists out here who are way busier than me, charging you way more than, not way more than me, but they're doing it in fucking no sessions. And they're banging these out daily. And this is what they look like. It hasn't been done like that, but that's how they look. So just know that what you're about to see is pretty standard. It's not that bad, but it's still subpar SMP as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. So going back to their point, they made it too dark, so too light with the laser. See, the only way they could match it up with what was there was to, again, go too dark. The whole point is to do it right and make it look realistic, not too dark and not patchy and, you know, all migrated together and blue. The guy even said, every time I go and see my friend's son or my nephew or whoever it is, he's going, how come your hair looks different? Yours looks blue. Even the little kids are hotting him up. Kids don't lie. They can see through the bullshit. And he's like, shut up, man, you're hotting me up. You don't want to live like that. And hence, that's why he's getting it removed now. Well, he will be. He just wants to get the summer out of the way. So the reason it's already a nuanced case because of all of that. But now he's already had some laser on the side profiles, and that's what I worked on today. So all I did was add some more SMP to the side profiles. That's it. He's still got the super dark blue like SMP treatment on the top, but he's like, look, I just want to get through summer because, like I said, it's not that bad. Majority of SMP treatments are walking around looking like this. Yeah. And some people, they kind of like it, but it's kind of like Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs will make an iPhone and say, don't worry, you will like it in the future. That's what I'm doing here by telling you, trust me, you need to remove it and redo it. You don't understand right now, but in the future, you will go, mine looks more realistic and I can see what he means now. At the time, you go, oh, can I make it darker? Can you do this? Can you do that? You're going to look at everybody else's Instagram and go, but can you do it like theirs? Trust me, on Instagram, it looks banging. In real life, it looks terrible. And that's not an overstatement. It looks terrible. Straight away, you can tell it's SMP. It looks off color and you're paying over the odds for a terrible treatment because the Instagram pictures look good. I'm not selling you an Instagram picture. that you then have to go in real life and it doesn't look like that. You're not gonna go, yeah, but have you seen my Instagram picture? Don't look at my head. Look at the Instagram picture on the artist page. Look how good that is. That's useless, complete waste of time and money. And then you will end up regretting it and going, you know what? If I want it redone properly, I'm gonna have to painfully laser it off and then take months and months. This guy, I said it's gonna take you like 8 months, 6 to 8 months to start doing your SMP again. So he's got to go back bold from this dark look. Do you know how bold he's gonna feel after having it that dark? And he knows he shouldn't have it that dark, but it is what it is. I've been through it. Now he's gonna have to go through it. And if you're not careful, you're gonna have to go through it. And this isn't me trying to like downplay or say I'm the best. There's good artists out there, but what I'm saying is there's way more bad artists that think they're good. Or it's not that they think they're good, it's just that they haven't got as much attention to detail, or they haven't seen their own work healed over the course of like 5 years. You get what I'm saying? When you see your work after 5 years, you will understand that what you were doing before weren't it. And if you don't change your ways, get more training, you can't just change your ways. Like you need to get around somebody else that knows what the hell they're doing so that they can teach you in person, not just look at their Instagram and go, well, it kind of looks like that. It ain't gonna work. Yeah? So I've rambled on a bit here, but I just wanted to, this case really made me think that, talk to this subject, because I know there's so many people out there in the same boat. There's some people that are listening to this or will listen to this, and this will be enough for the penny to drop to go, you know what? Okay, let me see what he's on about. Let me talk to him. Let me get consultation. Let me have more detail. And there's some that will hear this and remember it and go, I watched that video, but I still went and done exactly what you explained from the other guy and from yourself that you did. I'm no better. Trust me, this isn't about I'm better than you. I did the exact thing that I'm telling you now. So, and now I've learned, I'm trying to spread the gospel. People are not going to listen. I understand that. But I have to say, it's part of my marketing strategy to tell you, because now I'm enlightened and I know better, and I want the same for you, and I also want you as a customer. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm keeping it 100. Would I want you to go to anybody else when you could come to me? Hell no. Number one, I don't know what their work looks like healed, really. You can see the pictures, but I see some of it when people come in for laser, and I would not send you to somebody else. It doesn't matter who it is, because I don't know exactly what they do. I know what I'm doing. I don't know what they're doing exactly. So no, I would never send you to anybody else. There might be a handful of people around the world that I could say, maybe try them if you're in a different country. Maybe try them. But to be honest, I say, get a flight and just come to me. It's worth it. That's how deep it is. What other than what? Get laser. Go months to go back and then get it redone by me then. That's how I feel. Like, I know some people are going to hear this as like arrogance or you think, I haven't said I'm the best. I'm just saying I can't trust what I see on social media. That's it. I'm not saying anything else. So I can't then go to this person, they look good based on the picture that you send me or I've seen online. I can't do that. So this has turned out to be a 10-minute ramble. And you know what? This is 10 minutes of your life that it was well spent, because if you're about to do some SMP, you need to hear this. It's imperative that you hear this and you hear these stories of other people and you understand. Understanding is the reason why I messed up in the first place. I didn't understand. I thought I knew best. Now I kind of know what it is. Yeah, you do this, you do that. I hadn't got a clue, and now I'm an SMP artist. I can see that, but it took messing up my own head. And mine wasn't even that bad. This guy's isn't even that bad. But it's not good enough. He's got some kid telling him he's got a blue head. You think anyone's telling me I've got a blue head? You think anyone's telling my... No. Because I understand SMP now. So I'm not going to have a blue head, of course. Or I'm not going to have a green head or whatever colour it's coming. It's going to look natural. And my clients say, hey, mine looks wicked. Yeah. Because I'm doing it the way I believe it's supposed to be done, to look natural long term. Not in 2 minutes on Instagram, not in 2 months, in 2 years plus, in 10 years. There won't be no problem in 10 years. Are you hearing that? A lot of these people have got problems with their hair transplant. Oh, it's real hair. You got a problem with that? What chance have you got with a tattoo that's meant to look like hair? You ain't got a chance if you're trying to skimp out and do all that stuff. Because it's not actually hair. So whoever's doing it's got to be really in tune with what they're doing to get it to look like stubble. It's not even hair, it's stubble. And that's another one. When people are trying to make it look like hair, like a David Beckham, back when he shaved his head, he actually had hair. He didn't have a skinhead. He had a grade 1. That's not a skinhead. There's no hair. It has to look like stubble. When you're trying to make it look like hair, that's your biggest problem as an SMP artist. As a client, trying to look for that look. Accept that you're bald and it looks like you've shaved your head. That's the best you're going to get. Unless you've actually got some supporting hair to go with it, to take the eye off the actual SMP. Then yeah, you can have it a little bit darker or whatever, but you don't want to be doing that when you've got no supporting hair, when you're completely bald, or even you've got 10% of hair, or it's not enough. You get what I'm saying? Mad rant. Hopefully you appreciate it. I know my YouTube people will appreciate it. If you've got any questions or you want me to go further into a specific thing, drop a comment, send me a DM. I will answer you, or I'll put that into consideration for another video where I can maybe show you some actual examples as well. There's probably not going to be no examples on here because editing is really doing my head in lately. I'd rather just put more information out there than sit there editing for hours when I could make a whole nother video. This one's took me 13 minutes and then I can just post it. That is a lot better than tons of editing, so that's how I'm going to try and do it. I'll still show you what I've got. I'll still show you this guy. I'll try and do a smaller version of this because this is a mad rant, but it's needed. I promise you it's needed. If I could have heard this before I did my first SMP, I might not have done it, but then again I was being cheap and I wasn't aware that it's just dots on the head, just do it. Looks all right on the pictures. Do you know what I'm saying? There was nothing that you probably could have told me, and you might be in that position. So I try not to I'll make the videos, but I try not to hammer people too much in a consultation or on a phone call, because you might be where I was and there's no telling somebody like that. They just want it for the cheapest price and they either can't afford a higher price, like £2,000. It's just not going to happen for them. Do you know what I mean? They can't even afford £1,000, so they're looking for these model discounts and stuff, which is what I did. So they get it for 50%, 70%, 100% off. Yeah, so hopefully this gets to the right people and even the wrong people that are thinking about it, but we shall see, man. Don't be a stranger. Message me if you've got any hang-ups about SMP, or you think that your SMP doesn't look quite right and you need me to take a look at it, whether it's worth lasering it or whether you could just have a normal top-up, or whether it could be saved after one session with someone that you think is the wrong person and you've had one session and now you're not sure. All this stuff is welcome. Run it by me. Let's have a look. If we can save you before you go too far, it's better. If you've already gone too far, we can help you with laser, but just understand it's a long road. It's not, one session and done and then we do perfect treatment. It could take a long time. When I say a long time, it could take 2 sessions or it could take 8 sessions or more. Each session is 2 months apart. That's what you're not getting. If it takes you 8 sessions, that's 16 months. It's a year and a half. And then we've got to do your SMP another 2 months after that. And then I like to leave it, weeks in between. Like, I'm very methodical and slow with it. It's not going to be done quick after that either. So you could be looking at 18 months if you've got this kind of tattoo on your head, which a lot of you have got, or a duller version of that. So shout me.